What's happening, guys? Today we're continuing with our logarithms video by doing examples. So in the last video we looked at the rules of logarithms. Here we're going to apply them to solve various type of logarithmic equations. So first example, let's look at, well, a simplification. So we've got this equation here and we're going to simplify it down to really only one term. Now, in order to do this, we're going to apply the various rules that we learned last time. So the two we're looking at are log of x to the n equals n log x, and then the other one is log of xy equals log of x plus log of y. And actually, we'll just note that log of x over y equals log of x minus log of y. Okay, I'm not writing the base here, just assume the base is a everywhere and so on and so forth. Okay, right, so in order to do this, first we're going to rewrite this by removing these terms here. So the first one doesn't have anything, we can just say log of, with the base a, x squared plus, so we're going to apply this rule but this way and say that this is log of a to the x to the cube, x cubed, and then that equals that minus log of a 4x all to the power of 2. Okay, and now to simplify this, we're basically going to apply this rule and this rule but backwards. So we're going to note that we can say log of this one, x squared, times by this one, x cubed, and then this one here, so divided by 4x all squared. Okay, and now we can just simplify this. So log of a x to the power of 5 over 16, remember 4 squared, x squared, and then that is simply going to be log of a x to the power of 3 over 16. Okay, so quite a lot of steps, but actually not that complicated. Okay, now this one's slightly different. We're going to solve for x. Now, in order to solve for x, we need to make all of the x terms on one side and then see what we can do. Well, in order to do this with logs, we need to get rid of the logs. And the way we're going to do this is, again, we're going to simplify this as much as we can using our rules of logarithms. So let's start off by saying log of a x squared, so we're just going to move that over here, minus log of a x minus 1, and then that equals log of a x minus 2. Okay, so we'll apply the rules of logarithms and note that they equal is going to be log of a x squared, and that minus is going to be x squared divided by x minus 1, and that equals log, let's just put that in brackets, log of a x minus 2. Okay, now in order to get rid of the logs, we just take the inverse log on both sides, and that they cancel. So we're left with x squared over x minus 1 equals x minus 2. And so x squared equals x minus 2, x minus 1. And so x squared equals x squared minus 3x plus 2. And then we're left with 0 equals minus 3x plus 2. X equal 3x equals 2, so x equals 2 over 3. Okay. What you could do is you could plug the value of 2 over 3 into the formula and see if it works out. It will. That's just a check you can do if you like. So next, right, so this is basically a rearrange the equation so we can get y in terms of x. So in order to do this, we're going to group all the y terms together and we're going to group all the x terms together. So what we can do is we can say, let's move this y here. We're going to have log a y to the 5, so we're just going to move that over here. And then we're going to say minus log a y squared. So we've just moved that one there and then moved the whole thing on that side. That's why it's a minus there. And then on this side, we've got log a x. And we're going to take this one over. That's going to be plus log a x plus 4. Okay. Oh, and then the 2 here. Remember that 2 there is squared, right? It's either 2 there or it's squared there. And then let's use our rules to reduce this down, and we'll note that log of a y to the 5 over y squared equals log of, just put that in brackets, log of a x times, don't need to write that, we'll just put it in brackets, x times x plus 4 squared. Okay. Now to reduce this down further, again we'll take the inverse logs to remove, these will cancel each other out, and we're left with y over 5 over y squared equals x plus 4 squared, or y cubed equals x plus 4 squared. Okay, so that's y in terms of x, and we can just leave it there. Let's just take the cube root of x plus 4. All right. Okay, let's move on to the final question that we're going to do. So, what values of x is log of x minus 3 valid? Well, remember, um, log of any value is only valid where, well, let's do this. Log of a is only valid where a is greater than 0. All right. So in this example, we're saying is x minus 3 is greater than 0, and so this is only valid for x is greater than 3. Okay, so there's some very quick questions on logarithms. I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you on the next one.